Okay, have you seen the news lately? All these incredible videos of spectacular fireballs just lighting up the sky, sometimes in the middle of the day. It really feels like we're seeing them more and more often. So is that just a feeling, or is something actually changing up there? Let's dive in and find out.
I mean, just look at these. From Ohio and Texas all the way across the pond to Europe, these stunning images have been captured by regular people on the ground. It's beautiful, for sure, but also, a little mysterious. And it's getting a lot of people asking the same question.
So let's investigate this whole sky full of fire thing. It's an amazing sight, but to really get to the bottom of this, we first need to be super clear on what exactly it is we're looking at.
Right, so what are we seeing here? This is not your average garden variety shooting star. We're talking about a fireball, which is basically a super bright meteor. It happens when fragments of rock, or even metal from space, slam into our atmosphere at insane speeds. And they can be so luminous, so bright, you can actually see them in broad daylight.
And that brings us right to the heart of the mystery we're trying to solve here. With all these videos and reports popping up everywhere, is this increase in fireball sightings a real physical thing? Or are we just getting way better at noticing them? So, is this increase for real? It's time to move past the anecdotes and the viral videos and look at some hard data. Because believe me, someone has been keeping track. And that someone is the American Meteor Society. These are the folks who collect and analyze eyewitness reports from all over the world, which gives us a solid data set to work with. And what they found is, well, it's pretty dramatic. The number of major fireball events, and they define that as an event with over 50 separate eyewitness reports, has more than doubled. Let me say that again. More than doubled. That is not just a little statistical blip. That's a serious trend. And there's more. It's not just that people are seeing them more often, people are also hearing them. There's been a jump in reports of shockwaves and even sonic booms. So what does that tell us? Well, it suggests the objects hitting our atmosphere might be getting bigger, or at least denser. Okay, so the data confirms it. Something is definitely up, which leads us straight into the core of the scientific debate. Are we dealing with a trick of technology or a change in our cosmic reality? So let's lay out the two main suspects here. Theory number one, it's all a tech illusion. We just have more eyes on the sky than ever before. But then there's theory number two, which argues that nope, this is a real phenomenon. There is genuinely more stuff from space entering our atmosphere. All right, let's make the case for technology first, because it's a really good one. I mean, just think about it. Millions of cars have dash cams running constantly, home security systems are pointed at the sky 24/7, and now we have these automated networks, like the Global Meteor Network, that make reporting and confirming a sighting super easy. We are basically crowdsourcing our skywatching. But, and this is a really big but, while technology totally explains why we might see more reports in general, it kind of struggles to explain that big spike in major events. The really huge, unmissable fireballs that are seen by dozens of people over huge areas. So if our cameras aren't the whole story, what if the story is actually coming from space itself? Let's take a look at the possibility that there's a real, physical increase in cosmic debris out there. Now look, there are always natural cycles at play. We have annual meteor showers because Earth's orbit takes us through these zones full of debris left over from comets, and the time around the spring equinox, for example, often sees a bit of an uptick. But here's the kicker. The recent spike we're seeing goes way beyond these normal, predictable ups and downs.
All right, we've looked at the data, we've heard both sides of the argument. Is it technology or is it reality? So, where does that leave us? Let's get to the scientific verdict.
After weighing all the evidence, the scientific consensus is pretty clear. They're saying the phenomenon corresponds to a real, though moderate, evolution of materials entering the atmosphere. In other words, it's real. The increase is actually happening.
So the big takeaway here isn't one or the other. It's actually both. Our incredible technology, our network of cameras and observers, is absolutely helping us see more. No doubt about it. But at the same time, there is genuinely more stuff up there for us to see. It's like a perfect storm of better observation meeting increased cosmic activity. And that really just leaves us with one last super fascinating thought. We've cracked the case of the rising fireballs, but it just opens the door to an even bigger question. As our eyes on the sky get even sharper and more connected, what other cosmic secrets are just waiting to be revealed right above our heads?